4:30. 7:30. 2:15. Hey yo, don't need a new style. Being dope is always in fashion. Beast to the West Coast, montage fashion. Everything's in-house, don't need a mansion. Doper than the last one. 4:30. And like me, Al mix, I spit that foul, yeah, and one. Everybody swing you, holler at me if you land one. Don't need perfection, just pass on, and don't need to be signed. I ain't got a cast on, lot of opportunity, easy bread I passed on. It just felt troubling. Now class is in session, and we got them testers bubbling like Scantron, fresh out the kitchen. Signed with a stamp on. I'm on some greatness, y'all on some lateness with no foundation, so it could never last long. I display patience. I done played Jason. It's Saturday the 14th. You got a mask on. Come on. Pushing me to the brink. A stagger in my footsteps, and I don't even drink. It's so much on my mind, dog, and I can't even think.
Yes.
What up, world? What's good?
Hello. Locker Room live and direct again.
Back in effect.
We back. It's a good Tuesday. We're happy to be with you, our family. We're here to spread that good sports news. Sit back, join the Locker Room, catch us online, lockerroomlivetv.com.
.com 323-965-1600. Once again, 323-965-1600. Call us up.
That's 100 too. That's not 100.
No. Yes, there's a difference.
And you can catch us on Twitter at Smitty Clutch.
At I am John Reed.
That's the name. And yeah, we're live on that social media. We're trying to stay with the times.
We're live.
We're live. Yeah, we keep it cool.
You sound so cool.
We keep it swagged out.
Stop.
We're swagged out on social media.
Stop it. Please stop it.
Anyway, man, we got child, please. So we got a good show, man. It's a lot of stuff going on in the world of sports, as always. And it's our job to, bring it to you in the best way possible, the funniest way, the livest way,
the real way.
The real way.
We
most
don't
important.
sugarcoat anything.
No, we don't.
If you're lame, you're lame. We're gonna call you that.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
But if you're the man or the woman, we're gonna give you your props too.
We'll give you your props.
And if you're lame, we'll give you props for being lame. So
let's get into it, man.
Let's get right into it, man. Again, we always start off with football because that's our love, and we love all sports. But it's NFL season; it's the beginning. So we just finished the first quarter of the NFL season, right?
It's been a fun season.
Yeah, so far.
A lot of parity, a lot of winners that we didn't know was going to be winners. And
most definitely.
Cats that are stinking it up.
Still losing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and just to stay on that topic.
Speaking
right
of
now,
which.
Speaking of still losing, nothing has changed. The New York Football Giants.
Oh, boy. And they are.
Good and terrible.
Good and terrible. And they're not playing much football.
I don't know what
to be
they're
the
playing.
New York Football Giants.
Maybe
Right
they're
now.
using rugby rules or something, and it's just not working out for them.
Man, it's rough out there in the NY state right now. I mean, there's so much to do out there. I guess they, hardly notice it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah,
Let's
right.
go to it.
Yeah, Yankees stink, Giants stink, Jets stink, Mets stink, Knicks stink.
Little hope
They
there.
stink a little bit. They stink. And then, like Melo's the deodorant. Carmelo's the little bit of deodorant.
Right. Like you ain't had a shower in 2 weeks, but you got a little bit of cologne left.
Right. Yeah, you just try to put that cologne on it. You just slap it on the neck. That's Carmelo and the Knicks.
Boy.
But it still stinks. You just smell a little cologne.
Yeah, that makes it worse.
Sometimes. That's what I'm saying.
Makes it
I'm
worse.
sure Knicks fans would agree that it's worse right now.
Yeah.
It's just like you're just playing with their emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, how do we get there?
I don't know.
Giants and Chiefs, man.
Telling
we
everybody about your hygiene. But anyways, go ahead.
Nah, man, who needs a shower? It's overrated. Especially when I'm sitting next to you.
Oh, boy.
So, yeah, we got the Giants and Chiefs. And, man, there's one team undefeated, headed on the right track.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
A year ago, who would have thought that
The Chiefs.
the chefs, you know?
So we got some highlights. There's Eli and his bottom chin again.
Can't call them chefs
Still
anymore,
just
they're
hanging.
Chiefs.
Yeah, right. So let's start it off. The Giants, they tried to come out and make some things happen, but here's the problem. Well, this is not the problem here. Victor Cruz is not one of the problems.
No.
He's trying to be the solution. He's salsa dancing. Yeah, he's salsa dancing in every city right now, throwing up the rock. But the problem is that's it. It's just Victor salsa dancing, and that's it. Nobody else is dancing, at least not in the end zone.
Oh.
Right?
Oh, Brandon Jacobs? Oh, wait.
Brandon.
Oh, wait.
No, he's not even on that team. That is tough. Oh, he is on that team, though.
Yeah,
No,
he's
they
back.
signed him.
He's back,
That's
yeah.
really bad that we don't know, because we know a lot about the game of football.
Mr.
We don't know you on the
Irrelevant.
team. That is not a good look. That's Dexter McCluster, and that was a great kick return. You know what impressed me about that one?
Everything? The spin move?
But it's the spin move in the middle of the field, because you don't really see that, because, with punt returns, you got to turn it up. This is a
Yeah.
fast league.
It's very north-south.
Oh, God, that last.
who was that
He
guy?
just rolled around, too.
Oh, man. He might be out for the season with ACL.
He just rolled. He just fell and rolled.
I totally
So-
missed that the first time I saw it.
Alex Smith, and that's about a 15-yard pass. That's probably the
But then
farthest
you
he's
got,
thrown it.
Yak.
Yeah, that yak. That's the yards after catch. And something that was really, really good about this game was, interesting, should I say, is that Eric Berry, the starting safety for the Chiefs,
Yeah.
actually did his best psychic prediction.
Yeah. I've never seen anything like that before.
Right. Deion Warwick Berry pretty much said, and this is when you know things are going wrong for your team and your quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Eli Manning leads the league in turnovers right now
Yeah.
from a quarterback position.
So maybe it wasn't all that impressive that he predicted that Eli was going to throw him.
Yeah, maybe that's just
interception.
maybe just common sense.
Right.
He
Okay,
played
so he's going to throw 12 picks today.
Right.
There's 11 guys on the field. I got to get one of them.
pretty much. He just the law of probability. He just played the he just played the number game on them right there. So I got to get
Right.
one of these, right?
Right,
So
exactly.
yeah, but anyway, this is when you know it's not good. Is when you have a player basically like that's like Pop Warner football to me. Like I'm gonna get a turnover.
Yeah.
Like this is professional sports. You shouldn't be able to sit back and say Eli got to give me one. He has to give me one.
Right.
And that's what this guy did.
Amazing.
So I mean that right there is showing me that there's some issues with the Giants offense.
Oh, absolutely. Well,
You
where
know.
do those issues stem from? What do you think?
First and foremost, I think their offensive line is atrocious. Is there a better word that you can use besides
Well, I mean,
that? It's
Eli
bad.
doesn't really help his cause. I
Right.
mean, he's just like a sitting duck back there. He's not really too mobile in the pocket. He's not really, moving around. He's not getting rid of the ball quick. He's not audibling. He doesn't know how bad the play calls are, and therefore audibles out to something a little bit quicker. So, I mean, I don't know. You think if Peyton Manning, if his brother Peyton was in that situation, what would Peyton do? Would Peyton just sit back and let outside linebackers just tee off on him? My line's bad, so let me just keep on calling 5-step, 7-step drops, right?
Right.
Knowing I don't have time.
Right. Hey, we got that clip too of Eric Berry doing this Deion Warwick thing, predicting a turnover from Eli. So can we we got to hear the audio too because this is when he tells it. So if we can rewind that and we can actually hear Berry talking.
This is actually an interesting segment where they let us
it's a
go
lot-
in under the helmet and hear
Exactly.
what was going on. This week.
Eli about to throw me something, dog.
That's him
Or he gonna cough it up.
talking to his dog. So that was Eric Berry. They're going to show some other clips, other teams.
It's always fun when you hear what's really going on the field.
Yeah. And here's Berry.
Oh.
And there he goes.
There's the interception. That was a nice play by Reggie too.
That was an amazing run.
Reggie's looking really nice.
Get back. And for those of you who can't hear what he's saying, he says, "Give me that ball, Eli," and that's what Eli did. So it's happy to see that Barry is,
He's having a good time.
He's having a good time
The
out there.
amazing thing was it wasn't like that was an amazing interception.
No.
He
I
didn't.
don't know. Was it an
dive.
interception?
He
I think
didn't
it might have been a
jump
fumble
over
return.
somebody. No, that was a pick.
Okay.
He just kind of was in position, and Eli threw it to him like he was his receiver.
Yeah. So more of the story is the Giants are just turning the ball over a lot.
Oh boy.
So let's on to
Good and terrible.
man. On to two better teams. Some better football being played. We had another. To me, this was the best game of the week. Two
got?
of the best teams playing each other. We got Seattle and the Texans.
Yeah.
Two teams with Super Bowl aspirations.
Yeah.
Two teams that really can make it there. They have the personnel. They have the coaching. They're tough on defense, tough on offense.
Yeah.
Right here we have the man who I think right now is the best player in the NFL, J.J. Watt.
He's a beast.
Right now, this is him looking like a bouncer
Wow.
at your local Hollywood club.
He's like, I can wear this extra tight shirt.
Right, to show off the muscles.
Yes.
Not the muscles. So here's Schaub, and doing what Schaub does best, throw picks, unfortunately.
He's really messing up my whole fantasy.
Yeah, but no, not really, because Schaub, if you play fantasy football, he scores points. He's just messing up, the Texans' real life game, not the fantasy, the real life game.
I got Andre Johnson. He's not doing so.
Oh, okay, yeah, that would explain a
Schaub
lot.
is not helping. So,
Well, Schaub is one of those quarterbacks. He's good sometimes and he's terrible others.
yeah.
There's Russell Wilson, one of my favorite players, and early on the
that the
Texans were
Zorro move? What was that?
That's his sack dance. He pulls the sword out. The Texans really jumped out early on Seattle. Boom! This is a great look off and a great seam route. That's what they run down the middle of the field, and Schaub
Like
hits
Drew
him.
Brees
and-
and the Saints.
yeah, so right at this point, Schaub is looking great. The Texans are putting it sticking it to the Seattle Seahawks. They
Efficient.
hit Foster out in the flat, and Foster looked good this week.
Yeah.
And he did this last year. It takes him a little bit of time to get into game speed, and I think right now he's starting to get there. He's bouncing back. He ran good against this top-rated defense of Seattle.
Yeah.
And here's J.J. Watt. And this is, what he's so good at, getting to the passer. But, when that passer happens to be Russell Wilson,
Well,
it's like doop, doop,
Different ball
doop,
game.
doop, 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 doop.
different ball game.
Yeah, just different ball game, getting away, throwing away, though. So no touchdown there.
Right. But it's not a
at-
10-yard loss either.
And at this point, this
look at this guy.
is Watt looking like a real tough guy right here.
Is it his mouth, his nose, everything? What
I think
happened?
that's all for intimidation. Then get
Oh,
off of
get
me.
out of my face.
Don't do your job. Get out of my face. Don't you do your job.
Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest.
I got blood in my face.
blood in my face. I'm too tough. Don't wipe my blood off.
Right.
And this is Russell.
Now, that
just,
was an amazing
as
play.
a kid in a schoolyard right now. This is, it's pickup football.
That was amazing. He just looked faster than everybody else.
Yeah, because he is, and quicker. But this was a great game. As you see right now, the score is 20-6 in the fourth quarter. Key play right here. Play action. They got him in the backfield. Boom. This is fourth down, if I'm not
a
mistaken.
10-yard loss.
4th and 3, and boom. That's Russell
a
Wilson.
first down.
Now, see, you'll look at his stats, and you won't see good passing yards. You won't see a great completion percentage. But those plays win games.
Yeah.
And that's why I love Russell Wilson. He's just a winner. Smart player, athletic, does whatever it takes to win. And that play right there was the key play of the game. Right there, they go down 7, and then Matt Schaub strikes again. And that boy is what?
That boy is.
That boy is good. Good and terrible.
Can
a
you
pick
explain
six.
Schaub? Yeah, that's a pick six. That's Sherm.
In the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter.
Oh, you got,
throwing it back across your shoulder with the
and
lead.
they had the lead.
On third down.
And running,
Just
running
take the
away from
sack and punt the
throw.
ball.
Take a grounding call.
He threw a lob, falling backwards to
It's
the
like
other side of the
Pop
field.
Warner. They teach you how to Pop Warner.
And
Just throw the ball out.
and see, I don't think Schaub right now. Schaub is just pretty much breaking so many hearts because, as you'll see in this game, that led to this, which is what, another sack.
He thought he was Russell Wilson for a second.
Yeah, he did. Too many Russell Wilson highlights for that guy, and he just realized he almost pulled a hammy. And then now he's watching the real guy. Child, please, trying to scramble. Child, please. Russell Wilson. And then this guy gets body slammed.
Yeah, that was pretty
Now,
awesome.
why is that a penalty? I don't understand. Why is that a penalty? I understand that it is one, but why is that a penalty?
I don't know. I mean,
If he's fighting and you can't body slam him,
unnecessary roughness, I guess.
it's football. So you slammed him too hard. Penalty. This game is changing.
It's changing.
Anyway, there's the field goal right down the middle. And, again, Matt Schaub costs that team another game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
What can you say? I mean, and
Well-
trust me, they're not happy in Texas. We're going to show you another clip. This is how they responded to that shenanigans
like you
that
said,
Schaub just
they
did.
had Super Bowl aspirations this year. They're
Yeah.
a very balanced team. They got a great defense. They got a stud. J.J. Watt, obviously, is a stud
Right.
on defense. They got a great running back, great guy receiver. They got all the pieces.
Right.
That's why they have these expectations.
So here's the typical Texans fan with a nice beer belly for you. Just bought. Now, so rewind it.
Yeah,
So
we're
let
gonna
me
show you
explain to you
guys
guys what
this.
happened. He just paid $200 for this
The
jersey.
whole thing.
He bought a jersey from this other fan for $200. That's the money exchange.
Okay, wait, hang on.
That you
we gotta
see.
let the world see what's going on.
Yeah, I just want the world to know he paid $200 for that jersey
We're gonna show it.
Just
We're
to-
gonna show it. Okay.
just to set the tone.
So obviously we had the game that we just saw the highlights of,
Right.
but there was also action out in the parking lot. That's
Yes,
what we're talking
definitely.
about. Okay.
A lot more than barbecuing because this guy looks like he just left the barbecue too.
So he pays $200 to take
$200.
this jersey off the other guy's back.
Yes, that is $200. So if we can just get a little audio.
Right? Hey.
Hold it up. Turn to the backside. Turn to the backside. There you go. There you go. Hold on. $200.
He's in his zone. Schaub has been blowing his buzz.
Excuse the language, everybody. It gets a little real here out in the parking lot. in
Probably a
Texas.
beer buzz, judging from the looks of this guy.
And everybody else around him.
Right.
All right.
And at this time, they are attempting to light the jersey. Obviously, it's not working out too well. This guy is not the smartest when it comes to chemistry. He didn't show up for chemistry class.
No.
Now he's going to try to light the number. I don't know why he thought that would work better.
Hey, it's more flammable or something.
But mind you, let's remember, this is a guy who just paid $200 just to do this to the jersey. So let's not expect him to figure this out, anytime soon.
Probably not a financial plan.
But or a chemist.
Or curious. What does this guy do? That's the question.
He burns jersey in the parking lots on Sundays.
Right. So a few things we know about the Texans.
Right.
Number one, they have a bad quarterback.
Right.
They have a great defense. Got some other key players.
They have fans who don't know how
But
to
they
like
have some
jerseys.
not so smart fan base too. All right, so here's
At this
another good
point,
idea.
at this point, they're still trying to light the jersey.
Maybe if we light a piece of paper first,
There it is.
that might. Well,
That
no,
might do it.
maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, wait. Lighter fluid.
There we go.
Okay,
There we
great.
go. There we
10
go.
minutes later.
That's from the barbecue he just got finished eating. So yes, they're lighting the jersey. So he's paid $200. It took them 10 minutes to figure out how to light a jersey, but eventually this was the end result. Them lighting Schaub's jersey in the parking lot and having some kind of kumbaya.
Yeah, they had a little moment. They got the phones out, and they
Yeah.
tweeting. Seance.
What is this, a seance? Oh, okay. This is like
Now let's pour some more lighter fluid on it.
a bonfire, just no beach
Right.
and no wood.
Everybody's tweeting it, posting it out. This is
Yeah, where are the marshmallows?
Unity.
So anyway, everybody, you guys get the deal. Basically, Houston Texans, they're not happy with Matt right now. They're
That's
just-
almost evil, though. I mean, to burn somebody's jersey, burn their name, that's just mean.
Right.
I mean, if you don't like him, that's one thing, but burning his jersey, doesn't that just seem extreme? I think that seems a little.
I
bit
think it's
extreme.
ridiculous, personally.
Yeah.
So I mean, let's go on. What game do you have?
All right.
So now we have the Broncos and the Eagles.
Boy.
Anything new going on with the Broncos besides them
Boy.
just treating every team like their stepsons?
I looked at the final score of the game. I mean, how many points did they put up against these guys?
50.
I mean,
They're
in an
averaging.
NFL game.
Yeah. So those great offenses of you had the Vikings and what was that, 98 or what, Moss and Culpepper and Chris Carter. I think they average around 30 points a game. You have the greatest show on turf. They probably average around 30 points. This Broncos offense is averaging 40 points a game early on in the season. They are on track to break all NFL records,
ridiculous.
Peyton Manning included.
Ridiculous.
Every single one. They are shattering. They're just treating teams like it's just embarrassing. So anyway, the Eagles march in, to Denver.
And this is a highly, touted game. You got
Yeah, two great offenses.
The two hurry-up offenses
Yeah,
of the league, right?
Yeah, and it just got out of hand fast. Early on, it was close. You see Peyton, all day to throw. I don't know where the defense was. Hitting the little guy again, Wes Welker, who is making a big impact for the Broncos.
And Tom Brady's probably, not very happy right now.
Yeah,
He
they
wishes
gave
he
away
had
his
him
best
back.
weapon, and again, here we are. Now, this route
That's
seems
a
to work
simple-
every
Is that a
single.
simple out route on the
I
the
swear to
flat?
you, every game they score first with this route right here. They just line up Welker in the slot, which is on the inside receiver, and he just runs a simple out because he understands how to get open. That's the thing, And then on the flip side, you have Selleck dropping, would be first
money.
downs.
That was money, too.
This is my guy, Trenton Holiday. How fast is this guy, John?
Well, he's a sprinter.
He's a sprinter.
10-1
in 100 meters. He's very small and fast.
Tiny.
Can you see him? Yes.
Shout out to the little people.
Anytime you see a guy that size in NFL football, you already know what he does.
Yeah, exactly.
He runs very fast.
And also, but look at the block set up here.
Amazing.
I mean, anybody could run through that.
I would have at least got 30 yards.
Exactly. I would at least got to the 26.
I would have sprained my big toe right there though, and went down.
pulled a hammy, right?
Yeah, not even a hammy. Before the hammy came, with the big toe would have just went haywire. Just would have came off my foot. I got a bunion there. I can't run that fast.
LaShawn. Now we've been singing very high praises about LaShawn.
And he's just making me.
The only thing that could stop LaShawn McCoy this season so far is that altitude over in Denver.
Man, what he was sucking wind right there, boy. And this guy is getting tackled
He
by
looked like he broke his big toe right there.
Yeah, he did. He got tackled by the line monster. Man, that guy's
grass
good.
monster.
Yeah, the grass monster is a good defender.
The chalk.
And then here we got the third string running back running in. So at this point, we have a football game.
It's a game.
It's 12-14. Chip Kelly kicks a field goal finally. I mean, that's the point. No Sean Moreno. Shout out to him. He's on my fantasy. I picked him up in the last round just because of that right there.
He's solid.
Yeah, man.
Rock, scissors, paper. A little rock, scissors, paper action right there.
Oh, yeah. That's going back to last week when apparently the three running backs did rock, paper, scissors to see who would score the touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, I like to call him Bentley DT.
I like that ball that Peyton threw.
Right.
I mean, perfect spot.
Perfect
over the shoulder.
spiral.
Nothing
Yes.
a defender can do. Nice one-handed
It's a
grab.
one-handed catch right there. So, that was pretty nice. At this point, you pretty much get the idea. The Broncos just kept scoring. That's not a replay. That's Demaryius Thomas again.
Nice screen. I mean, it's just a complete team. You
It
got
is.
a great quarterback. Line knows how to get out,
Yes,
kick
they
out
do.
on,
Yes.
and get out of the and block. Receivers got good hands. Don't make mistakes. Don't drop passes like Selleck did a minute ago.
So you saw it was close, and now it's 35-13, and now Vic, as soon as this thing finishes, he will finish dropping back, and most likely it won't be anything positive. I can guarantee you that. It won't be a completed pass or a touchdown.
The moral of the story.
moral of the story- yeah, they got-
52 to what was the final? I think it was like 52-20, right? 52-20.
Yeah. They got thrashed.
Yeah.
So we can go on. We can move on. Everybody gets the idea what happened there.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the again. We have the NFC East facing another AFC West team.
Boy.
My Cowboys.
Brutal.
This hurts me. I didn't even want to go through these highlights. But
Usually I would be feeling bad for the AFC West.
Right.
But that didn't quite work out.
No,
the
it
same
didn't.
This.
And I just want to say I put a lot on the line for this show, and this being one of them. To show my
He
team.
wears his heart on his
I wear
sleeve.
a heart on my sleeve, and I sacrifice a lot just to be here. And
And where's the violin music?
yeah, I need it. My Cowboys need it. So they marched into San Diego, and everything went well in the first half, up 20-10. And then Philip Rivers happened. And just start throwing the ball everywhere. So
Is it Phillip Rivers happened, or the Cowboys defense just fell asleep and forgot to
they
play,
fell
play
asleep.
football?
A lot of guys didn't play well. Bruce Carter, who was the the outside linebacker for the Cowboys, really struggled to cover their backs. We have the highlights here. So a lot of Cowboy fans were in attendance. There's a lot in Southern California. Here we go.
why.
This is right now. This guy's the best going to get the ball at his top peak.
Yeah, I can't hate on
Right?
Dez.
Yeah, he's the man. When the ball is in the air, he attacks the ball. And that's him catching another 1-yard touchdown. Romo hits him again for another 30-yard touchdown.
And the explosion after the catch.
Yeah, he
Guy
took
can
off.
run.
So at this point, everything looks good for the Cowboys. They are playing well. Romo's excited on the sideline.
You can see all the Cowboys fans in the stands out there.
Yeah, they
A lot
were
of
out
them.
there deep. They were deep. Phillip Rivers, boom, he's hit by Hatcher, who's having an amazing season. He's the defensive tackle for the Cowboys.
But
and
Lee looking like
he was an ex-running
Adrian
back.
Peterson out here.
Yes, he was actually a running back in high school, so he's used to having the ball in his
Got a
hands.
little get up and go.
Yeah, good catch too. Good hand-eye
good
coordination.
hands. Yeah.
Lee is a playmaker. He's been that. He just got an extension. He's looking good. This is when Rivers starts to get in the groove. He hits,
Great ball.
and if you look right there, number 54 is the guy who got beat, Bruce Carter. He was eventually benched, as well as the starting cornerback, Mo Claiborne, for the Cowboys.
Well, linebacker against Danny Woodhead. Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what he's supposed to do.
Well, this linebacker we're speaking about runs about a 4.4, 4.3 guy, so he has the speed. He's just not covering well.
Wow.
Here we have Witten. The ball hits him right in his chest. So as you see in the second half, the Cowboys just lost focus. I mean, that's not knowing how to win. So I mean,
And we got the Antonio Gates looking like the Antonio
He
Gates of
flashed back.
old, right?
Yeah, he flashed
I
back.
mean, if we get this guy every single week, the Chargers might do some damage in the AFC. Well, they're not going to be better than the Broncos, but at least give them a better game than normal.
well, Phillip Rivers, he's in the perfect offense. Their offensive coordinator McCoy, Ken Wisenhunt, actually, is making things really, really easy for Rivers. Nice short intermediate passes.
Yeah.
Short dump offs to the backs. No more of the old North Turner offense where it's like 20 yards and above.
Yeah.
5-7 yard dropbacks with a terrible offensive line. It's more something. Rivers is running a realistic offense for his talents and the offensive line's deficiencies. It's just
Right.
like get rid of the ball fast, less than 3 seconds. And what that did, that took Dallas's defensive line out of the game. They couldn't rush the passer.
Yeah.
And Rivers, he's showing that he's okay when he's not under pressure. So that was a good win for the Chargers, and they're 2-2. The Cowboys are 2-2. So both teams are just very, very mediocre right now. But that's not so bad.
We can say they're competitive right now. There's a lot of parity.
Is that a lot of parity? Okay.
Parity.
I call it mediocre.
Mediocrity.
Mediocrity.
Well, let's go to a game that wasn't, or a team that wasn't mediocre last
Are
night.
you ready for some football?
Right.
Monday Night Football. Is
That guy will never be back ever again.
Oh, he's done, huh?
Yeah.
What did he do? He said something racist?
He
or?
said something, pretty bad about Obama.
Oh,
And
okay.
I said, you know what?
Hey, man. Well, those guys out there in the South.
Yeah, he said he doesn't regret it. This America, he should be able to say what
It's
he wants to
America,
say.
guy. I can hang my Confederate flag,
And he said, yeah, you can go hang it. On.
spit my tobacco. Look here, boy. He's the only guy still calling Obama boy.
Right.
He got to go. He got his cowboy hat on. That boy. Come here, boy.
I don't care that I had a theme song for Monday Night Football.
Right.
I'm a patriot.
Nah, he's somewhere playing a guitar
in Vegas,
Reno. In Memphis, Tennessee, on the sidewalk.
I think we got a caller, actually.
You got a caller?
We'll get to that caller in just a second. But, we got the Saints against the Dolphins, right?
Yeah.
We'll get to that
we
in
got the
just
Saints
a
and the
second.
Dolphins. Okay, so that's Drew Brees, one of my favorite quarterbacks. This game took place last night. Saints looking good, undefeated right now. Head of the division, running away from the Falcons.
Yeah.
Also undefeated at the time of this game, Miami.
And which is surprising.
Very surprising.
But they look good.
Big time pass rusher right there. Cameron Wake sideline. That probably hurt them.
Yeah, definitely. But Drew Brees on Monday night is beautiful. Is a beautiful thing to watch.
And what did we say earlier? Whenever you see a midget out on the field who's very small,
he's probably going to run fast.
He's probably going to run really fast. And guess what? Darren Sproles does exactly that.
Man, who's got him on fantasy?
Oh man, there's a lot of my buddy had him, and he scored a lot of points.
Boy,
he's like 5'3".
Yeah, that.
And fast.
Good to see Sean Payton. They just look like they had so much fun last night.
Those two guys, they're a double team.
Look like they're just playing video games.
A package deal.
Yeah.
Ryan Tannehill, who I actually like as a quarterback, but
he's not Michael Vick.
Yeah, no, that did not look good. That ball squirted out of there too.
Everybody trying to be like Russell Wilson,
Now, tell me this: Saints defense, contenders or pretenders?
I got to see a few more games.
Okay, that's fair enough.
They look good last night.
Rex Ryan left the Cowboys.
The consistency, though, you got to be consistent.
Right.
So,
yeah.
I don't believe you. You need more people.
You need more people. Okay, or you need more games.
You need more games.
Yeah, that's the remix. Yeah. That's the JR remix, not Jay-Z.
Right.
So what it looks like right now is they're playing with confidence.
Great pass.
That is amazing pass. Yeah, let's go back to that. That was amazing. So the Saints defensively last year, and that's Graham going at his highest point. I keep that catch is just amazing. He's a basketball player too, former basketball player. The Saints defense last year was the worst, one of the worst defenses in the history of the game. This year they're one of the better defenses.
Yeah.
The one change was the coordinator, Rob Ryan.
So people don't think coaches make a difference.
Oh, in football, they make all the difference.
All the difference.
Brother of Rex Ryan,
right?
And he was the former Dallas Cowboys coordinator.
Right.
Struggled last year with the Cowboys. They had a lot of injuries. But now the Saints have been ravaged by injuries as well, but they're playing at a very high level, as you see here.
Yeah, they say they got a little chip on their shoulder. They got an identity, and they get a lot of takeaways. They just got to, they got that bounce.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but maybe it's, what Ryan brought to the table.
And I think that all leads back to Sean Payton again, just instilling confidence and being back. And this team is ready to go, man. I mean, they are back to being the Saints that we felt accustomed to.
And it's amazing how just one guy not being there takes the entire swag. Like, wow, that guy looked pretty depressed.
Yeah, he looked pretty depressed.
But the whole swag of the whole team can be taken away by one guy not being there.
Yeah, and that's what a leader is. You know, you need your leader there, and that's the little guy again catching another pass.
That's just a simple wheel route. Who's guarding? What kind of defense is that?
Yeah, not a good one.
That's a wheel route.
That's the ole, 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 ole.
I thought he was faster than he was. Yeah. He was trying to get a pick.
Touchdown. So you get the picture here. The Saints pull off a big win against the Miami Heat. Miami. Lord have mercy.
They ready for basketball season already?
No, that's just the only team that seems to be relevant in Miami. Even though Miami's 3-1, so that's unfair.
Come on, man, don't clown them.
That's not fair.
Man.
Mike Wallace, the 60-minute man, and this has been the story of his season so far. One good game, and he struggled, and they paid him a lot of money.
He had a couple of good touches, but those look bad.
Yeah, like I already said, I mean, he's a good player, but one trick pony. So he's there to take the top off of the defenses, meaning keep those safeties back.
Right.
But as far as really being a complete receiver, I've never saw it, but I think he'll play better as the season moves on and he establishes some type of chemistry with Ryan Tannehill.
All right, we'll see.
We'll see. So let's get to that caller. Hopefully he hasn't been on hold for too long. Caller, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Your name, where you from? What's up, boss?
Evan Glenn from Concord, California.
All right.
How you doing, fellas?
We're good.
Welcome to the locker room.
Oh, man, I'm a great fan of the show.
Thank you.
What's up?
Now, this is I heard you guys talking about football, and I tell you what, New Orleans, they do look pretty good. And, I was watching the game yesterday, and I made a prediction.
Wow.
Off of yesterday's game, I said to myself, I can see the Saints playing against Peyton Manning in the Super Bowl.
Wow. Oh, a rematch.
Right.
Wow.
Exactly.
Now what brought you to that conclusion? What did you see from the Saints?
Well, you know what? I'm hearing the commentators saying things like they don't have a running game.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard you guys talking about the midget. I mean,
There he is.
I mean, and the reality of it is he is a running back. Am I not right?
Absolutely.
I mean,
Yes. And he's fast.
technically, his position is running back.
Right. He just does a
And-
lot of things.
Right. So technically, they have a running game.
Right.
Yeah, just because the Saints use him differently doesn't mean they don't have a running back. They get him out in space,
Exactly.
and they're strategic about it. I actually agree with the prediction. I think it is going to be Saints Broncos in the Super
Whoa.
Bowl.
Wow.
I
So
do.
we got 2 Saints Broncos. So tell me, are you a Saints fan or do you have some players on there on your fantasy team? Like, what's going on? What's your affiliation with the
You know,
Saints?
the funny thing is, I actually got a player on my fantasy team.
Okay. I knew it had to be something. Who?
Well, I mean, it's nobody glamorous. It's just Marcus Colston.
Okay. And did
But he did well for me. I mean, in the second half, he had 96 yards.
That's
or
true.
Something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
and did he win the game for you?
And he did win the game for me.
Wow. There
He
you
did
go.
win
So
the
you-
game for me.
you feeling good.
Well, see, this is the thing, though. This is the thing. You know, but I also heard you guys talk about Jimmy Graham.
Yeah.
Beast.
And he's ridiculous and you know, and he brought up basketball, and then, you know, all of a sudden we got into the Miami Heat, and it got me thinking. Did anybody see Michael Jordan's interview?
Wow. That's
Stay
funny.
tuned, because we're going to touch on that.
We're definitely
going
to touch on that. You know, actually,
Call back in about 20 minutes.
you know what? You know what? Hey,
That was bananas.
hey, you know, it was bananas. And just because of that, since you brought it up, we're going to jump there right now. You're the new producer. Let's get right to it. Let's get
Well,
right.
I just have one thing to say, and this is ridiculous, and I know that, you know, I'm going to be hated for this. But, you know, I've been waiting for Michael Jordan to get on national television and talk about basketball for like 15 years.
Right.
I'm
And now,
starting to think that he's realizing that people are starting to forget who he is.
right.
And so now he wants to get on television and start saying who he's better than.
Wow. And you know what's funny about that is at this point, when I heard the interview, you know, I love Mike more than he's my favorite athlete of all time. I have the posters all over the wall. I've always been that guy. I hated when people brought him up, Kobe, and, you know, there was Harold Miner, all the baby Jordans. I hated
J.R.
it.
Ryder.
Now, you know, ever since the Michael Jordan Hall of Fame, what was that? The speech. I don't know, man. Like, Mike is ruining, like, my memories right now. He's ruining his legacy. Every time he opened his mouth, he's getting more and more like that old uncle, that old guy,
Yeah,
you know,
man.
that's just real salty.
Yeah.
Right.
And just always, he wants to remind you what he did because the young bucks are coming up and doing some good things. Like, am I okay to ask the question, is Mike a hater now?
Why did you bring up O.J. Mayo?
Right.
Like,
Poor
I
O.J.
mean, look, no disrespect to O.J. Mayo. Like, you know, like, I don't know you. Like, so I'm not trying to disrespect you, O.J., for listening to the show. But I'm just saying.
Why did he
like,
come up in the conversation?
O.J. Mayo's not, right?
Yeah.
Like, how bad is it for Mike when he's bringing up O.J. Mayo? When he needs to let you know that he beat O.J. Mayo in 21. Like, I think Mike is feeling some type of way. He's feeling some type of way, like the rich homie Quan.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think Mike needs, Mike is kind of stooping down to other people's level.
Right.
I think he's messing up his legacy.
He's feeling those years, man. Let's play the clip real quick.
clip.
Hey, stay on. We're gonna play
Hang
the clip
on,
with you
caller.
on the phone, caller.
All right.
4 years ago, he told a Hall of Fame crowd not to laugh, but don't be surprised if he steps back on the court when he's 50. No, Michael Jordan isn't suiting up for his team he owns. If he was, we wouldn't be doing this in the C block. It'd be our top story in the A's. But he has an edge over his own players, those Bobcats. Now, earlier this year, the second overall pick, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, admitted MJ schooled him one-on-one.
Well, of course he did. That's a lot of knowledge there, a lot of skills. That never goes away, right? And when Michael talks, well, pretty much everybody listens. In anticipation of today's release of NBA 2K14, MJ sat down with the game's creators to discuss all manner of all things basketball.
Physically, it was a much more physical game than what it is today. You know, you couldn't walk across the lane without getting checked, you know, or the screens, you know, illegal screens, holding. You always had to pay a price. You know, be it if you were aggressive and you were a gun-ho guy and you go in with the understanding that I'm going to get hit. I'm going to pay the price. But, you know, that's a part of the game. You know, I'm not going to be afraid to go inside. Those are types of things that these kids don't even have a clue of how we had to grow up or how we had to play. You know, I'm playing in my camp against O.J. Mayo. He was a top high school kid coming out. And I never met him first time. In front of my camp, he starts this thing about, you can't guard me, you can't do this. You know, I got my campers here, so obviously I can't really go where I want to go because of my camp. So I stop the camp, send the kids to bed. We go back to playing. And he starts his whole thing, you know, that you can't guard me, you can't do this. And then finally I said, look, dude, you may be the best high school player, but I'm the best player in the world. So from this point on, it's a lesson. And from that point on, it was a lesson. He never won a game. I posted him up. I did everything. If I can ever show you that film, and if you can ever ask him that, ask him about the thing that happened at my camp. If I was in my prime, who would I want to play one-on-one with? That list is very long. I start off with Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, Kobe Bryant in his prime, LeBron in his prime, D-Wade in his prime, Melo. That's a good start. Yeah. I don't think I lose. Other than Kobe Bryant because he steals all my moves.
Yo, wow.
Wow. You still there, Colin?
Oh, I'm here.
Wow. You know, one thing that grabbed my attention was first he called grown men kids. Second of all, like you said, man, like how did OJ, like what made him think of that OJ story when he was in high school? He wasn't even like in college, Mike. Like
OJ probably sitting home like, man, what did I do? I ain't even say nothing.
Man, OJ sitting at home happy, man. OJ is like, Mike just mentioned my name. Like first of all, I think Mike is watching LeBron games in his Michael Jordan jersey.
Right. and when did Craig Elo become physical?
Wow. When was Jeff Hornacek a physical presence?
Come on, man. You got the Detroit Pistons. You got Bill Laimbeer.
No, man. I mean, and all jokes aside, man, they beat Mike up early in his career. But let's slow down, Mike. Like every generation has their.
That was funny.
You know, like Craig Elo and Jeff Hornacek, man. Let's just say. You know, this LeBron, they wouldn't be going LeBron. I'll just put it that way.
Not at all. Not at all.
Right. You know, you know, but I get, you know what? But the reality, and you know, I was waiting for him to talk about his shoe. Because, like, that's the only thing that he, like, I mean, he has a lot of things over these guys.
Right.
But the fact that people are still buying his shoe is the reason why he's still relevant.
Right.
Definitely.
But instead of him bringing that up, he starts bringing up O.J. Mayo, and that's what confused me. I don't know, but I wanted to talk to the experts about it.
Yeah,
and, you know, and that's why I called you guys because it was kind of one of those things where I was like, man, you know, I was watching the interview and I was like, man, I can't wait for the show. You know what I'm saying? So I can call in and see what the heck is going on. Like,
yeah. What was he thinking? What was he thinking? Yeah, I don't know, man. Mike might be getting senile. He's getting to that point. He's crossing over into that old angry man. You know, he's getting into those years.
It's like Jay-Z getting into a battle with like Soulja Boy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He won't do it.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense.
No,
it
just
doesn't. Tarnishes his legacy. So.
But thanks for the call, man, and keep watching and keep tuning in. And you know, we're going on to the another topic, which you know actually has a little bit to do with Michael Jordan and what he said about Kobe. So just tune in.
Okay.
Thanks for the call.
All right, thank you.
All right, man. So yeah, like we said, he said that he could possibly beat all of those guys except for Kobe because Kobe stole his moves, which was funny because.
Still doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but actually, Kobe responded. You know, if we can get that tweet, he actually responded to Michael's claim.
Kobe is he's a Twitter he's a tweeter now. First he didn't have social media, but now he's going crazy on it.
Right.
That's not the word.
And but first, we're gonna actually we'll go back to the Kobe tweet.
Let's go back. To
for right now, just staying on the topic of Kobe.
Yeah.
It's media day, so we're getting a lot of very, very, very interesting quotes coming from players.
All right.
So Kobe was asked about the Dwight Howard fiasco and him leaving, and this is in Kobe real Black Mamba fashion. This is how he replies.
It's
Kobe,
funny,
where
like,
are you?
why are we even talking about this? You know, he's not a Laker anymore. Dwight Howard.
No, of course. Well, you know, the media, they're going to, ask him questions.
They
Of
really are
course. The
digging
media,
for
they're digging for this story.
any sort of
they
story.
want to get exactly what Kobe said, and that's the thing. Like,
Yeah. So the backstory is media day today. Is it just media or are they practicing?
yeah, just media day, and they
There's
asked
no
him a
practice
question.
or anything, right?
Yeah, no, just media day. So
Okay.
here we go.
We got audio. Okay, we got video, no audio. Okay, we'll work on that. Let's try it again, maybe. Okay, we'll come back to that. Technical difficulties.
Basically, he said, "I don't give a beep."
Yeah, they kept asking him about Dwight. So what did they ask him? Did Dwight leave the right way? And is Dwight going to be successful in Houston? They asked him just some random.
Yeah,
general
just
question
how do you feel about Dwight
how do you feel
leaving?
about
And he
Dwight
said,
leaving?
honestly, man, I don't give a.
He
crap.
tried to answer like he gives them something, but after a while he's just like, you know what?
Yeah, he basically said he knew he was leaving. He figured he would go to Houston.
Oh, that's right.
And then they said, well, how did you, what gave you that
He
feeling?
knew
or-
he was going to go to Houston from the time they had their meeting.
Right. And then Kobe just cut it short and he just said, you know what, I don't really give a darn, And Kobe, obviously he knew because he's the one, he came into the meeting basically telling the guy, hey, look, if you want to be like me, follow me because I got rings and you don't, bum.
Yeah.
That's
So
basically what he told the guy.
So here's the tweet, right? We're going back to Mike.
Now we're going back to Mike and Kobe.
Right.
And this is in response to what Michael Jordan said to Kobe. About Kobe, sorry.
stealing his moves.
Right.
Right.
So Kobe tweets.
And Kobe says, wait for it. Boom. Domino effect. I stole some of his moves. This generation stole some of mine. Hashtag the cycle.
The cycle.
Right.
So yeah, it goes generation to generation, right?
Yeah.
We got a caller?
Yeah, I think we do have a
Yeah,
caller.
let's see what this caller has to feel about this or any other topic.
This is Jay from the Bay.
Jay from the Bay, what's going on, man? What are we
Going
talking
on,
about? How
fellas?
are you? We're good. And you?
I'm doing well. Shit, you brought up the Kobe comment, so I guess I got to speak on that. I mean,
Wait, are you a Laker fan?
So
That's
are
the
we a
first
Kobe
question.
lover or a Kobe hater?
No, are you a Laker fan? Because that'll tell us exactly who we're talking about.
Kobe lover. Come on.
Yeah, okay.
Come on.
Have you ever met a Laker fan that's a Kobe hater?
Absolutely not.
I haven't either. It's funny. I've met.
Never a hater. A couple kind of indifferent because they were Shaq lovers, but never a hater.
See, I haven't
You
run
have to
into that.
appreciate the work.
I've ran into a lot of Laker, Shaq haters, or we don't really like Shaq that are Laker fans, but never any Kobe guys.
Yeah.
Kobe is God to all Laker fans that I
Yes,
meet.
he is.
As he should. Look at his body of work.
All right, so I got to hear this
Okay,
one.
great. So, what's on your mind?
So going in, in one way you can look at it is from Jordan's comments. That's the best that you get. It's a backhanded comment, but that's the best that you get from Jordan at this point in his stage in life, which is in some ways sad. I mean, you guys got to hear me on this one. I mean,
So are you saying that that's the best?
of all time does not need to approach things in this way. He can be, he can show humility. He can say, whatever he wants, but for all intent and purpose, he's the best of all times. He does not need to defend that. I mean, what's your thoughts on that,
He
guys?
needs to continue selling shoes.
It's funny you say that. We actually just mentioned this. We played the clip about him actually saying all these things, and that's the thing. Let's ask you: is he becoming the old angry old man? Is that the old angry hater that hates everything that's not him, and people are forgetting about him, and he's just pissed, and he's reminding you what he did over and over again?
He feels as if he needs to stay relevant by defending himself, but he doesn't.
Right.
It's
He doesn't.
Going into body of work, I mean, it speaks for itself.
Are we watching?
Nobody's reached the 6 titles that he has, which is the marker for most in regards to his legacy. I mean, he does not need to speak on that. I mean, from a Jordan fan, and then evolved, if you want to call it, to a Kobe fan. It's sad. That's all I can say about it. He does not need to do that. He does not.
MJ is becoming human right before our eyes, and he is ruining my adulthood right now because I just want to hold on to one hero in life, and now I feel like Michael has just ruined that. Like I have no heroes now. Like everybody human is in my life. Everybody I've ever known.
Right.
I thought Mike would hold on, and he no longer has a cape.
No.
He's just an old angry man with a gambling problem and that likes to smoke cigars.
Right.
That is a shame.
Hopefully he grows up one of these days. But I'm sorry, Mike. I love you, Mike, but please stop it. And then I loved Kobe's response into Dwight Howard leaving the Lakers. Like, it was so dismissive. It was almost as if, in a way, that him leaving was the equivalent of any other Laker leaving, and he felt disrespected in regards to somebody asking him why he left or should he have left or so forth. I mean,
like Luke Walton leaving.
Yeah, he was all open to him leaving, and I'm not trying to be a Dwight hater necessarily, but as a Laker fan, I'm just sorry he didn't hold the excellence of a true Lakers star. I mean, he didn't. I mean, going back to the complaining, the whining, if you want to call it that, I mean, he was not Laker material in any way.
No, I agree. He didn't fit in to what the Lakers want to do.
Not at all.
My question is that will Kobe change his tune come December 25th, Christmas, when they play the Heat, or any time during that month of December, November, when he realizes he looks out there and there's just Gasol and some guy named Jordan Hill?
Okay, from
Laker J
perspective, this year is going to be challenging. I think
I like that word. That's a very creative way.
We're looking into the future this year.
Where do you guys finish?
Again, Kobe out the majority of the season. He eventually comes back, but you assume that it would take time. So we almost have to, take this year with a grain of salt. And hopefully Mitch and Jim Buss can continue to do their thing and bring the right players to surround Kobe to make another run at 1 or 2.
Well, it sounds like a good plan.
Sounds like a reasonable Laker fan.
So tell me this. ESPN had you guys finishing 12th in the Western Conference. What are your predictions before we let you go? Laker fan. This is your chance. We're giving you your chance to be the ultimate Laker fan.
Because you're a sensible Laker fan, we actually want to hear what your prediction is.
It's hard to say, and it all comes down to Kobe's health. I mean, we're hearing a lot of reports. He could be, ready to play sooner than later. If Kobe comes back healthier sooner and then gets in stride by, December, January, I think we make a push at the 8th, maybe 7th seed. That's trying to be reasonable, but I do think it's possible. I mean, I think, the West is certainly deep, but it's not deep beyond the point where if a Kobe healthy and Gasol come together, that we can't make a push and at least make a splash. I mean, again, I think the West is good, but it's not beyond reasonable doubt that the Lakers can't make a push.
All right, so now that we've heard your hopes and aspirations, I'm just here to tell you, not happening.
You don't think they're going to make the playoffs?
Absolutely not. There's no way possible. 10th seed, maybe 11th, maybe 9th.
Maybe they moved to the Eastern Conference for a season.
No, it's not happening. I mean, if you look at their roster, they are so void of talent. First of all, until Kobe gets there, they might win close to 5 to 10 games.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where you go on offense. Gasol's not healthy right now. He's missing a few practices in training camp. You're going to line up with Steve Nash. Yeah. And he's, 40 years old and trying to play soccer?
Yeah, man.
Nick Young, who is, oh, my God, the black hole.
Oh, yeah. You passing him, the shot's going up.
I don't know. Who's at the small forward? Can you tell me your roster?
Yeah,
I don't even know who's on the team right anymore. You know what? Anyway, that's not. Yeah, we get it.
We don't want to depress you.
Yeah, so cool. We'll be looking forward to seeing what the Lakers do in 2015 because as of right now, I think we got a good idea. It's been good, man. Thanks for calling in. Check out the show. Call in next week, buddy.
All right. Talk to you later.
All righty.
All right.
Wow, all right, so cool. Yeah, that was cool, man. Let's take a quick break and we'll try to get in some baseball and where they do that.
Push through.
Let's push through.
Let's push through.
All right, screw the break then. We don't do breaks over here in Locker Room Live.
Forget break.
Yeah,
break.
No timeouts.
Playoffs. Break.
Timeouts. All right, so let's get right to it. Baseball.
So we're gonna switch gears. It's playoffs.
It is the playoffs.
Playoffs.
So what do we have going on in the land, in the world of baseball?
Wild card game here. Pirates, Reds, and Pirates take the game when they won 6-2. This is going to be a fun postseason.
The Pirates have a player I like over there. What's the guy's name? Andrew McCutchen.
Sir Dreads. Yeah, I mean they've been playing solid baseball for a while. I don't even think the world knows about it, but they beat the Reds tonight, so that's a big step for them. Interesting story though. Playoffs kick off this week, Friday. Tomorrow actually. But we have we have to. Are we snoring here? We have the hat.
I'm just joking.
Obviously, we are Bay Area representatives in the A's.
Go A's, baby!
They take the AL West.
I'm awake now. I'm awake now. You brought up the A's.
By storm. And they've been really turning heads. And Raul Ibanez out of Seattle had some really cool stuff to say about the A's. He said, you know why they're so scary going into the playoffs? They fight. They are fighters. They're brawlers. Really. They keep coming at you. They never let up. They talk about Moneyball, but they do the things that statistics don't capture.
Yeah, so sounds like Oakland. Sounds like a team in Oakland.
Right.
Fighting.
Turning cars over and setting dumpsters on fire.
Burning the city down because they couldn't get into the bathroom or some stupid reason. So, quick question. Can we get a visual on, do we see the A's hat? We do.
Yeah, we do.
Why is your A's hat like a different color than the actual team's? That's just a random question.
Because this is the 1972 throwback.
Oh, so that's like
the World Series.
That's like when Reggie Jackson was playing.
Yeah. We don't have much to celebrate besides this 3 years and '89. So it's a throwback joint.
All right. So
I did not get this at the Slauson Swap meet. This is official.
Oh, that's where I was going with it. I was wondering, did you bring a fake hat in here, man? I'm like, come on, man. Where you find a fake New Era hat from?
Man, 5950, man, legit.
The word is, then you got to knock off A's hat, man, to bring it to the show.
Don't disrespect me like that.
I'm just saying, man. Next time we talk about the A's, bring in a hat with the proper color that they're playing, okay?
Get up out of here with
nobody
that.
knows what that is.
Get up out of here with that.
All right, so what else we got going on in baseball?
Nothing. We're just waiting for these playoffs to get started.
Okay.
So it'll be fun. All right. Want to talk about next
All right,
time.
so again, every week we say this to our baseball fans. Next week
it's going to get good.
Next week we will dive a little bit deeper into the world of baseball when the playoffs start.
Yeah, because no one really plays. It's such a long season. No one really plays baseball until right about now.
Right.
So,
all right, so
it'll get fun.
Next time. Thank God.
Whew. All right. And our favorite part of the show.
When they do that
Man, all right, last week I thought was classic. I don't know if we'll top that when we got into the arrest of Aldon Smith for having it. He had the juice. He had an illegal Jerry Curl. But this week we also have some more shenanigans, man. And let's start it off with coaches. We always, get into the players and like, what are they doing and what is this guy doing and what was he thinking? This time,
new hire for the Warriors.
A new hire for the Warriors, Brian Scalabrine, who actually was a basketball player. You may not know it because he didn't play much, but he was
he was give you some solid minutes.
Definitely, he was a fan favorite, especially when he was with the Boston Celtics, because he just looks like he should be a Boston Celtic.
Yeah, he got the red hair.
Scalabrine, is that Irish?
Is
that Irish?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, speaking, who knows what he is, but he looks Irish in this picture because it looks like he went to a Irish pub, blacked out, and somebody took advantage of his face.
Oh boy!
Or maybe he just said he tried to say it with his chest at an Irish pub, and somebody said it with their fist. Whatever happened, who knows?
So this is media day for the Warriors.
It's media day.
So it's like showing up to your first day at work.
Yeah. Class picture. No, that's first day
Definitely
of school.
Class picture. He's
with
gonna
two
be riding
shiners.
this out for the rest of the year.
With two shiners. And let me tell you his excuse. He said that this happened from his dentist, a dental appointment.
What kind of teeth cleaning did he get?
Yeah, bro, did they miss your teeth and just hit you in the nose? Wow. What happened?
Wow.
I don't know. Like, what can that happen? I know surgery, like on your nostril or your septum or whatever you call it.
Painful.
Yeah, it looks painful. You know what that sounds like? It sounds like he woke up with a hangover, and he said, "Oh my God, I got to show up for this media day. How do I explain this?"
Right. Well, I give myself 2 black eyes, and then they won't ask about this hangover.
Oh, I've got it. The dentist.
Right.
My dentist. Yeah, well, that's a super where they do that at, man. Like, did we get that picture? Everybody saw that?
Yeah, we
with
saw
them
that
two
picture.
shiners. Okay, shout out to Brian Scalabrine, and he seems like he has a bright future in coaching. Not in the MMA though.
Definitely not in MMA. Somebody rolled him to the bar.
Yeah, somebody needs to roll with him everywhere.
Seriously,
I see a DUI in that guy's future. Next week we're jumping to the game. That's the rapper, and Brandon Jennings.
Boy.
So Brandon
so
Jennings,
please give us a backstory for everybody who wasn't watching Media Takeout.
Well, how about
gossip
it?
blogs.
I would be glad to. So Brandon Jennings is a basketball player he used to play for the Detroit
I was like, what team did he get
Pistons.
picked up by?
Now he's with
he didn't have a
I'm sorry,
team.
he is with the Detroit Pistons
Oh, that's
now.
right. Good
He
job.
was traded or something.
Something.
I know it took
Traded
him a long time to find a new team.
Yeah, what'd they get for him?
Very talented player. Actually, there was a trade for Brandon Knight. So they traded. They just swapped point guards. Milwaukee Bucks swapped with Detroit.
Okay.
Brandon Jennings, very, very interesting player, very talented, but would never be confused with a very smart player, or just should I say a leader at the point guard position.
Very talented.
Very talented though. But that's besides the point. Off the court, he was at a day party. It's actually out here in Los Angeles, called Toxic.
Kick it.
I believe it was the last one. Plenty of basketball players. I think James Harden has been through there. Plenty of rappers. The whole music video scene is there. The turn up scene, that's what I call it. Turn up for you young cats.
Where the who's who comes and kicks it.
So while they were turning up, apparently Brandon Jennings grabbed the mic and said some turn up things.
He started rapping. Or clowning other people.
I think he was like rapping without the music and the beat. So basically, just bragging about how many bottles he bought.
But he's a basketball player.
He's a basketball player.
Okay.
They're all like rappers in their off time, on their off day.
Like Sean Jackson, right?
Right, pretty much. So he got to talking, and apparently, this is just allegedly. I don't know if this is even true, but they said Game was a little upset that he was hogging the mic. So they had some words outside the club when it was ending, and somebody. Apparently was the Game, but somebody punched him in the mouth. So let's run the clip. We actually have audio of the Game clearing things up. The rapper.
Yeah.
We're just gonna play his interview, and we're gonna hear if he actually punched Brandon Jennings in the mouth.
Let's see what the Game has to say.
Interview with radio host Tigga.
I get a bad rap, man, but I swear to God, between me and you, Tig, I ain't had a real good, solid fight since I beat up 40 Glock. Now, I didn't punch that dude in the face, man.
Jennings also took to Twitter late Wednesday night to admit that the altercation did happen, but wouldn't confirm if it was Game who attacked him. Sucker punch when I wasn't looking. P.S. My face is great. Ironically, the two ended up partying together on Tuesday night at LA Supper Club to celebrate Christina Milian's birthday. So what do you guys think? Did Game...
Yeah, okay. So we have to do a little detective work here. So what really went down?
I don't know, but if the Game did punch him, that's assault. Because did you see the difference between those two guys with their shirts off? That is assault. I'm sorry. He should be arrested if he put his hands on that young kid. That's... I mean, it looked like the Game.
It looked like the Game was the pro basketball player.
Pretty much. Brandon Jennings looked like the Game after he just was exiled to the desert with no food or water for 10 years.
He's been starved for the last 3 months, right?
Right.
Boy.
Like if he just caught the Lamar Odom drug habit.
Right. Okay, but the moral of the story is, wow. Sorry, Lamar.
That's another shot. Sorry, Lamar. We still rooting for you out there.
That's not cool.
And your eyebrows.
Oh man.
Let me stop.
Oh man.
Yeah, so the moral of the story is, if you weigh 100 pounds, don't, just if somebody says something to you that's a lot bigger than you and stronger, just walk away, I guess, right?
Yeah, be the bigger person.
Or maybe the moral of the story should be if you're in the NBA, don't show up at a day party.
Right. I think that's the bigger story. I mean, that's the bigger moral.
But they could have fun too, right?
Yeah, but don't grab the mic and,
be a rapper.
Get knocked out. It's not cool.
just don't get knocked out anymore, Brandon.
It's not a good
look. At least not before the season starts, Right. Like, at least let us see you make it to the season. All right, so last but not least, of course, Fire Lane Kiffin is in the news, and he has been fired. We brought this up 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we thought it was going to happen soon.
Everyone saw it coming.
Putting up 50 after giving up how many points?
61 points to Arizona State. Arizona State probably didn't score that much.
Not even ranked.
Yeah. So Lane Kiffin was fired, but the funny part is they actually fired him at LAX.
I heard they fired him via text message on the flight back.
Oh, wow. That's even worse. I thought he made it. He said he didn't land. Did
he
even get to land?
He found out before he landed. The text message went out to all the players, so everybody knew.
Right.
And instead of letting him get on the team bus to head back to campus,
they said, come here, sir.
They said, no, we have a nice cab for you to take home. You're not going to get on the bus.
And he was like in mid sentence, mid inspirational speech to the guys.
Right. Thank you guys.
You guys, you fought hard.
Right.
We're gonna come back. We're gonna practice next week. And hold on, what's that?
Oh,
text message.
Oh,
you guys went to? Okay.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah,
come
about
here.
that whole next week thing. Scratch that.
You guys have a good season.
Boy.
So, sir, stop talking, please. Come here. Come with us, please.
But you know what? At the end of the day, you deflate footballs, you change players' jersey numbers, and get penalized during the game.
He did all of that.
Yeah, yeah. And then you take a team that was ranked 1 in the country and finished 7-6 last year.
Yeah, that'll get you, fired before you even, land.
Yeah, this isn't about him getting fired.
Where they do that at?
Where do you go from number 1 in the country to 7-6?
Man, where do you get fired on a plane before the wheels even touch the ground?
Crazy.
Like, man, that's a crash landing.
That's
right
when
there.
you know it's a fire that you need to put out. But
Right.
anyways,
he just walked off the plane by himself with his bags.
Poor guy. Had to walk home from LAX. Hitchhike.
They didn't even give him a cab. They're like, sorry, just get home. We don't know what to tell you.
Right.
Uber.
Anyway.
Lane Kiffin had to catch Uber home. They didn't even give him a cab. So can you at least send a team bus? Sorry, you're not part of the team.
Right, sorry. Who? Team what?
Team what?
Team what?
He had to call his wife.
You have no
honey,
team.
honey, yeah, I got fired.
Right.
Yeah, no, they didn't even send me a car.
No, I need you to pick me up.
Please pick me up. I'm outside. I'm cold. All right, man.
Anyway,
Sorry,
we're out of time. We are out of time.
It was fun. Next week, please tune in again. Tuesday, 9 o'clock, Locker Room Live. If you tuned in late, tune in again next week and catch the full show, please.
Yeah, we'll have some fun stuff next week.
Smitty Clutch.
JR, thanks for rolling with us.
LockerRoomLiveTV.com, at Smitty Clutch.
At I am John Reed.
All right, man. Have a good one. Boom.
All right. Peace out.